This is just a quick video on some plants that can do well to combat algae. If you don't know me, my name is Kev, and the aim of my channel is to help people build and maintain a pond without spending a fortune. If that sounds like something that interests you, you might like to subscribe and visit my website, Ozponds.com. This is Pakopa, which we call Brahmi. It's an Australian native. I use it in almost all my ponds. It's a wonderful ground cover, and it grows very fast in warmer weather. That makes it perfect for soaking up excess nutrients. I also like that I can easily remove it by pulling out large clumps. When you remove plants from the water or pond margins, you remove the nutrient they use to grow. Watercress is a fast-growing herb that loves flowing water, and it has a shallow root system. Being edible is a bonus, so when you're blitzing up a smoothie or making a salad, you can pinch some from your bog filter. Water lettuce isn't something that will survive year-round where I live, but when the weather is warm, it's a great plant at soaking up nutrients. It floats around on the surface, so it helps shade the water, and that keeps it cooler. Cooler water has a few benefits. Most notably, it allows the water to retain more oxygen. More oxygen is good for all life inside the pond. It doesn't need any substrate to anchor its roots. It's happy floating wherever the wind and the current takes it. The roots dangle down into the water, soaking up all that nutrient that algae could otherwise use. Because it just floats and each floret is quite large, it's very easy to remove. But if you're using it as an annual, you want to remove it all before the weather goes cold, so it doesn't decompose inside the pond. Milfoil is another one of my personal favourites. There's lots of different types, and I have two that I use, upright milfoil and red stem milfoil. I believe in certain areas it's called parrot's feather and can be considered a weed, and that goes with any plant. What's perfectly normal and acceptable in one part of the world is considered noxious in another area. As part of my pond formulas blueprint, which is available at Ozponds.com, I give people access to the virtual Kev. He's really good at calculations, but he can also help you troubleshoot plant ideas for your part of the world. If you want to learn more about the blueprint, head over to Ozponds.com after tickling the thumbs up button on this video, of course. Duckweed is another floating plant, and I'm pretty sure duckweed's now naturalized everywhere. Even if you don't add it, there's a good chance it will appear, as water birds often bring it in, stuck to their feet and their feathers. Like water lettuce, it's fast growing, but it's much smaller. It can still cover an entire pond if there's plenty of nutrient. In ponds with good filtration and low nutrient levels, it really doesn't seem to spread. The ducks are always depositing it, and azolla in my dream pond, but it doesn't really spread, it just clings to the margins trapped in the milfoil pockets. Goldfish and koi love to eat it, and it's a great way to diversify their diets. They're omnivores, so it's important that they get vegetable material, like algae and plants, in their diet. Water celery is another edible that you can use. It's very fast growing. You will need to harvest it often to stop it taking over. That's been my experience anyway. It really likes to run. Reeds and rushes are also something I like to add to my ponds, as they provide nice shapes or structure to the landscape. However, they have very robust root systems, which is good at soaking up nutrients, but it can pose challenges. One of my personal favourites is the Tassel cord rush. It's an Australian native, but there'll always be very nice looking reeds and rushes that can be used wherever you are in the world. Just remember the roots are robust. For ponds, streams and bog filters in the shade, my absolute favourite is Impatiens. Vibrant green and pops of colour, what's not to like? They're very quick growing in warmer weather, and that makes them great for soaking up the nutrient that algae also wants. You can use it as an annual, meaning you replant it every year, but I find if it's protected from the frost, it doesn't fully die off. You can use it in streams, on the margins of the pond, and in bog filters. That's just a few of the plants that I like to use, and if you want to learn how to create a low maintenance pond without spending a fortune, you might like to watch this video next. Thanks for watching. See ya.